Today we've got some toys to celebrate the 40th anniversary of She-Ra and the 30th anniversary of Clueless. So stay tuned.
Welcome to the Story Weaver, where the magic of childhood comes back to life. From mystery blind boxes to toy reviews of both new and nostalgic lines, and deep dives into the cartoons we grew up loving. Whether you're a collector or just here for the memories, it's time to unwrap some fun. Let's weave some magic.
Hey toy lovers and nostalgia seekers, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time. My name is Weaver and this is the Story Weaver channel, where I open up blind box toys, blind bag toys, regular toys, kind of test them out, see if they're worth your money, see if they're worth the hype. I also do some nostalgia content like top 10 lists, like top 10 favorite Halloween cartoons, things like that. So if that's something you're into, there's also those videos to watch. But today we are going to be checking out some new toys. I recently got these from the two brown boxes I got from Mattel Creations, and the smaller one, the Polly Pocket, I got from Big Bad Toy Store. So these are some special edition toys that are more for collectors. They're not really for younger kids. I guess you could get them for younger kids if you wanted to, but they're more a collector type thing. So we're going to check these out today and see what they're all about. I'm especially excited for the big tall one. If you haven't noticed, there's a big She-Ra picture on it. So I'm super excited for that. But first we're going to take a look at this Polly Pocket Compact. Okay. This is a Clueless Special Edition, Collector's Edition Polly Pocket Compact. I will not be opening this at all. I'm keeping it in the box as is. But the compact is basically, it's got Cher, Dion, and Ty on the front. And the compact inside is Cher's mansion. You can see Cher up there in the little balcony, and Ty and Dion are down at the bottom. It comes with Cher's Jeep. So very cool. And also Dion's big hat is in there that she wears. And when you take this out, it actually opens up. And you can see it has like Cher's closet in it that has all of her clothes and the special computer where she can pick out outfits, things like that. And it's just the inside of her mansion, which is very cool. Clueless is one of my favorite movies of all time. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a love letter to the 80s. Not to the 80s, to the 90s. When cell phones were still kind of a new thing. You can kind of see the packaging here. Very, very 90s glitter. And here are the characters on the back. That's kind of how they look on the movie poster. That's just very cool. Throwback to an awesome movie. I love it. And I'll throw in some pictures here of what the insides look like from online, because I'm not going to open mine. I want to keep it in the box just because. But it's awesome. And I got really excited when I saw it because Polly Pocket, I like Polly Pockets and Clueless, and I think it's a great combo. And I love that they made little Polly Pocket characters out of the characters from the movie. So very cool. So I'm going to throw in those pictures here so you can check those out. And then we're going to move on to the other things that I picked up. First off, as you can see, it's from Mattel Creations. It's kind of ambiguous as to what it is inside. Let me go ahead and cut it open so you can see what is inside. We have got the Princess of Power Uno game, which is awesome. Here is the back. It says, for the honor of Grayskull, play the She-Ra edition of Uno. Try to get players to match your card with the Wild Unite Etheria rule. And when you're down to your last card, draw your sword and yell Uno. So it's Uno She-Ra. Isn't that awesome? So I'll open these up and we'll do a flip through of the cards, kind of check them out, because the cards have artwork. Some She-Ra artwork from like the books and the comic books and things. So we'll go through and flip through those and see what they're like. But when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. If you don't know, She-Ra is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. She is at the top of my list, nothing higher. He-Man comes second, She-Ra is first. But there she is, She-Ra Uno. And that leads us into the big box, which I'm very excited for. If you don't know, it's the 40th anniversary of She-Ra. And Mattel really hadn't done a whole lot. They released a She-Ra Barbie, and it was in such limited quantities, it was like impossible to get. It sold out in seconds, so boo to Mattel. Boo to you, Mattel. You should have known more people would want that doll, and should have made it in bigger quantities. I didn't even know it came out. Like, I found out after the fact that it came out and sold out in seconds. So, boo to you, Mattel. But they have this too. This is basically a big figure set. I'm going to open this up and show it to you. It's rather big. This kind of gives you an idea of what's inside. Super excited. There's that. So I'm going to cut this open and get her out. Okay, here she is. 40th anniversary of She-Ra. And it is a She-Ra and Swiftwind set. Now this was not cheap. This was $60 on the Mattel website. So there's the packaging. It also came with this. So it says, Masters of the Universe, Princess of Power, celebrating 40 years. And on the back, it says, this certifies that your Masters of the Universe Origin She-Ra and Swiftwind action figure 2-pack was created through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. So it's kind of a certificate of authenticity. So from 1985, it's a 40-year anniversary. That is awesome. And I love the silver leaf. But here is the figure. I will not be taking this out of the box, sorry. If you didn't know already, this is not one I'm going to open. I am leaving it in the package. But the cool thing about this is, this comes off, if I can get it to come off. It has a sleeve, and inside is our figures, which is Swiftwind and She-Ra. And this one's kind of different from there has been a She-Ra released in the Mattel cartoon series line. It's different from this one. This one has translucent hair, which is very cool. And if you don't know, this is like a classic scene of She-Ra. If I can find it online, I'll put it in here. Very famous scene of She-Ra flying through the air and the sorceress in the background, basically in the clouds, kind of doing some magic over She-Ra. But this is the back of the box. It says, for the honor of Grayskull, celebrate the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, Princess of Power, with Masters of the Universe Origins Cartoon Collection She-Ra and Swiftwind. Featuring the iconic hero of Etheria and her noble steed as retro-style figures. And this is what, if you're unfamiliar with the cartoon, this is what the Crystal Castle looks like in the cartoon. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so up in the corner here we have the 40th anniversary insignia, which is very cool. We've got our She-Ra figure on Swiftwind, and you can actually remove the wings and stuff. It looks like the wing in there is actually separated already. But you can remove those and make him into Spirit, which was Swiftwind before he became the flying unicorn Pegasus. And the regular She-Ra figure, her hair is not quite flared out like that, and it's not translucent like this one. So that's very cool. This is what the back looks like. Very cool. Some awesome artwork there. This is Masters of the Universe, Princess of Power on it. And there we have it. This is our figure. That will not be, I don't know what's going on with that, but plastic. I think that might come out, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, there we have it. That's our She-Ra Swiftwind 40th anniversary figure. So very cool. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on, and this will be on display. I will not be opening it. And there's that. Okay, now let me reset, and I'm going to move my camera a little bit closer so we can take a look at these Uno cards. Okay, let's go ahead and get these open. Here's our instructions for the game, and here are our cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Here are the backs of them. And these feel a little bit smaller than normal Uno cards. And the artwork may look a little different from what the cartoon series was, because the comic books and the storybooks, the artwork was different than what it actually became in the series. And there's like 2 of each number, so I'm just going to start showing one of, like that's Cow, Glimmer, She-Ra, and the original idea for She-Ra was that her mask, her crown, would turn upside down and turn into a mask, which was like her disguise as She-Ra. There was no Adora was different. Like Adora looked exactly the same except she wasn't in a mask. She wore a crown, or tiara, whatever you want to call it. There's Bow and Glimmer, and I'm assuming that's Spirit. And you can kind of see that in this depiction of She-Ra right here. That was the original idea for her character of Here's another picture. It kind of shows that her tiara crown became a mask. And these are kind of repeating now. All of these are basically the same that we've seen already. Here are some different ones. This looks like it's Bubble Power She-Ra. And Shower Power Catra. And there's this, another She-Ra. So very cool. So that's the first section. And we're going to go through the second deck, which looks very shiny. Okay. I flipped through those cards, and they are all exactly the same as the other deck, except for this one. This is a special card, which is very cool. But yeah, all the cards that I flipped through, they're exactly the same. They're just in different colors, like Uno would be. But this is some sort of special card, it looks like. So very cool. I don't know how I feel about these. They weren't that expensive compared to the figure. They just feel they're very dainty. They're very small comparatively for me to other Uno cards. They don't feel as substantial. But it's still cool. Still a cool idea. I wanted it for the artwork that it had on it, because I love She-Ra Princess of Power. And there you have it. That's it for today. I don't really have anything else to open. Those are collector's items that I opened today I thought you might want to see. So, tell me, do you collect anything She-Ra, or do you collect Polly Pocket? Anything Polly Pocket? What do you think about the Clueless Polly Pocket? I think it's kind of cool. But all of these are like collector's items. They're not really for kids. They're more for the nostalgia of it, where you can combine properties that you had as a kid, like Polly Pocket with Clueless. So, I will catch you next time when I open up some more toys and tell you what I think about them. So I will catch you next time. And She-Ra says, like and subscribe for the honor of Grayskull. I will catch you next time. I'm out.